Hello again. Now we will complete with distance in the coordinate plane. Let's start with this easy question. If I have 2 points on coordinate plane, how we figure out the distance between them? We will use a rule directly. What is the rule of distance? In the rule of distance, d equals root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So because of that, I want to first step, write the points up here. 3 and 4, 2 and 2. Then decide you will start with which point. For example, I will start from the first point. 3 minus 2 squared. Here always the first value is value of x, the second one value of y, plus y2, which is 4 minus 2 squared. If you start with which point, you will get the same answer under the root. Equals 3 minus 1 squared, 1 squared, plus 4 minus 2, it's 2 squared, equals square root of 1 plus 4. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, root of 5 equals about 2.2. More than enough to add 1 decimal digit. Second question. For example, I need to figure out a distance between C and D. Also, I will write the point C is 1 and 2. D 2 and -1. And my rule set D equals root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared Let's evaluate. Here, this is x, and here is y. And let's start from D. 2 minus 1 squared plus -1 minus 2 squared two minus 1, 1 squared plus -1, -2, -3 squared equals 1 plus 9 root of 10. Root of 10 is about 3.2. Okay, so distance between 2 points depend only to memorize rule and use them, and be careful when you use the point. Choose any point and start with it. You choose the first point or the second point, you will get the same answer. Last lesson is about the volume of cylinder, cone, and sphere. And you need to memorize the rule, all of them. Let's start with the first one, cylinder. For cylinder, I have two rules. One for base, if I have base like this one, and the other one if I have radius. If I have base directly, BH, rule set. So, the volume equals 4 pi multiplied by 10 equals 40. If you want to multiply by 3.14 or leave it pi, it's correct. Millimeter cubic, because this is volume. Next question. Here, the volume, but I have a radius this time, so it's equals pi r squared h pi r squared, r is 4, so 4 squared multiplied by h, which is 3, equals pi multiplied by 16 multiplied by 3. 16 multiplied by 3 equals 48 pi inches cubic. So evaluate directly in the rule. Next one is econ. Also, I have rule for the con. Rule said pi r squared h over 3. And the same idea, you need to evaluate directly. Pi r squared, r is a 3, so multiply by 3 squared multiply by 4 divided by 3 equals pi multiply by 9 multiply by 4 divided by 3 equals 12 pi centimeter cube. Volume depends on the rule. Memorize rule, you can solve any question. Last one, sphere. The rule of the sphere is a volume equals 4 out of 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by radius cubic equals 4 out of 3 pi multiplied by 5 cubic. Use your calculator to multiply 5 3 times or use cubic button. 125 multiplied by 4 divided by 3. So let's multiply them. Multiply by 4 divided by 3 equals 166.7 pi centimeter cubic. Last question is about combine figures, like here. This is connect between cone and half of a sphere. Half of a sphere, we call it hemisphere. What we have to do, the volume here equals volume of cone plus the volume of sphere divided by 2. So cone equals what? We use rule before, pi r squared h over 3. Do I have radius here? No, I have diameter. So radius equals what? 7. Radius half of diameter. Diameter divided by 2. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7. So my radius here is 7 equals pi multiplied by 7 squared multiplied by 17 divided by 3. Let's add them, multiply them, sorry. 7 squared multiplied by 17 divided by 3. So 277. Let's write it here down here. 277.7 pi. What about the sphere? Equals 4 out of 3 pi r cubed equals 4 out of 3 pi multiplied by 7 cubed equals 7 cubic multiplied by 4 divided by 3 equals 457.35. This is about value, not exact value. So now my volume here equals what? Equals 277.7 pi plus 457.3 over 2, because we said before we'll divide by 2 because it's not sphere, not whole ball, it's half of it, equals pi also divided by 2 plus 277.7 equals 506.4 centimeter cube. Okay, this is everything. Thank you for your time.